Lately, I have been speaking to a number of sponsors, because I wanted to hear their side of the story. All those who have heard of carers, what they had to say. And so in this video, I'll be letting you know the hidden truths or secrets or conversations your sponsors are having within themselves, questioning themselves if actually participating in this sponsorship exercise was worth it at all. And so I implore you to please watch this video with me to the very end. And if you're in any group whatsoever, WhatsApp group, Telegram group, whatever group you are, as a carer in the UK, please endeavor, in the spirit of the season, to spread this news with all those you work with as carers. Because if you do not, it will be, helping them or depriving them of this information, rather, of knowing what they need to know of what their sponsors are thinking. Okay? So do us this favor. Watch this video as well with me to the end so you know exactly what they are thinking and what you can do rather to protect yourself so your sponsorship visa is not cancelled before your time of either 3 years or 5 years is over. And say for instance you get to the 5-year limit and your employer or sponsor refuses to give you a letter, that crucial letter that you need to make available to the Home Office so that they can give you indefinite leave to remain. It's important. Hey, my name is Kesienaakwaraatie, a health and social care trainer. A gazillion kisses to all of you, my returning subscribers, my mentees, and those on my platform. You guys are so appreciated. Thank you for your support thus far. And hey, if you're just watching this channel for the first time, hello there. What are you waiting for? Join this awesome ever-growing family where I talk about everything care. How you can be the best version of yourself as a carer, a support worker, a senior carer, or a healthcare assistant. And how do you do that? You smash the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up by liking the video. And don't forget to click on that all-important notification bell. So whenever I upload a new video, you, my dear, will be among the very first to know. Freely connect with me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Care by Kes, and I'll see you there. So let's get straight into the point. I do not like to dilly-dally. Now, the first complaints, or should I say hidden truths of what we're talking about, your sponsors, was that some of you have an entitlement mentality. I mean, I've heard people say to me, oh, they brought us here, so you should take care of us. I beg your pardon. Nobody forced you to come to the UK. Nobody forced you at all, came to your house and said, oh, please come, I need you. Nobody did. You decided, you made that decision to up and come to the UK. So don't expect any special favors. No. You are here like everyone else. Now, let's even assume they pamper you and they give you all those favors. When you have your 5 years and you start working in the society as a person who has the right to stay in the UK for as long as they want to, do you think any company out there is going to give those special favors? They will not. They will not at all. So please, all those entitlement mentality, I've said it before in my videos, please put it in the ground, bury it. Because in this country, if you want to get anywhere, you have to work for it. And that's how it is. So this entitlement feeling whereby you are given a shift, you don't want the shift. You want to tell your employer where to put you, what days you want to work. Are you kidding me? How is that even possible? The only time you have that privilege is when you work for an agency as an agency staff. There you determine when you go to work or when you don't go to work. But once you work for a company, a care home, a nursing home, whatever, they put you on the rota themselves, not you deciding. I mean, I heard someone say to me, oh, most of them, they tell you that, oh, I want to work XY days. The remaining days I want to be with my husband. Are you kidding me? Are you for real? So those that have husbands, what are they supposed to do? Or those that have wives, what do they do there? Did you come here to be with your husband or your wife, or you came to work and give yourself a better life? I don't get it. Now, I've been heard of people say they have, domiciliary agencies, they have, what do you call it now? Living jobs, they have support work. They have their staff say, oh, I don't want dumb, I don't want living, I want support. Are you kidding? You want to work? No, that's not working. You want to go to work, supposedly, where you do absolutely nothing and yet you get paid. How is that even possible? You have no right to cherry pick. And in case you do not know, a lot of people give anything to be living care, because they're not paying any bills. Particularly when the person is able to do things for themselves. You're just there to keep them company. So what is your problem? And so I implore a lot of you, please, Drop that attitude. Now, I've been told of someone who had I think an agency or something, but had to write the home office to say that she is tired and fed up of those she employed. She cancelled all their COSs. Now, only God knows how many people were on sponsorship on her company. She couldn't deal with the entitlement behaviors. So please, drop it. You are not entitled to anything. Not when it comes to the work that you do. Because the same work you do is what other people do. So please, drop the entitlement behaviors. Any shift you are given, do it. And do it to the best of your ability. Now, the next thing they complain about is that some of you come into the country fully blown pregnancy. Or should I say, you come into the country with full-blown pregnancy. 6 months, 7 months. So, what are you going to do? I remember the video I did last, where I talked about how you can claim for statutory maternity pay and maternity allowance. But when you come into the country with a full-blown pregnancy, I am sorry, you do not qualify for anything. You don't qualify for anything. Now, I don't understand. I don't know the excitement with which you received your COS sponsorship news that made you go and get pregnant. To be honest, it's not my business, but you're coming to a new country. You've never done the job before. It's a new space. The weather is not the same thing as where you're coming from. It's just pure common sense that you come into the country, observe how you do the work before you think of bringing a child into a place you know nothing about. And what the childcare as well is also very expensive. Or if you are thinking about having a child in the UK, your child becomes a British citizen. I am sorry, the child is not a British citizen until you naturalize. Or if you think having a child in the UK, it means that the child is going to be paid benefits. I am sorry, no benefits for you. Why? Your passport or your visa says no recourse to public funds. And in any case, these child benefits you are all trying to get or whatever, it's less than £160 a month. What can £160 do for you, to be honest? Seriously. You have not calculated childcare. Please, let's apply wisdom. Now, rather also complain about some of you being without any decorum, no finesse. You go to work in shabbily dressed, rather. Flip-flops, Crocs. You are going to work. You should look decent. And like for everybody that comes to my training room, I always say to them, you are going to work, please dress well. Don't look like you just rolled out of bed and rolled into work. It is wrong. Wear your trainers. Those are the most comfortable and safety shoes to wear. Not flip-flops or Crocs. No. You could have an accident at work wearing those things. But your trainers are better for you. They keep you safe, your feet safe, because you work with all kinds of equipment. They could run on your toes. You want to wear sandals to work. Please, that's not good. Some of them also say that you guys are not fit for purpose. And the first time I heard that, I laughed. Why did I laugh? Now, my explanation today was that, we cannot really blame you guys. Why? You haven't done this job before. No matter how much you want to discuss it or drag it, you haven't. So whatever you've done before is nothing compared to what you do now in the UK as a carer. And those of you who have been here will agree with me. It's a whole new ball game entirely. And like you guys, so therefore, as sponsor, you want to educate your people. Or bring them to me to train them for you. I'll be happy to do that. But their own is that some of you, even when you are corrected, you are shown the right things to do, you still disregard it. Some have said that even when they give you the care plan, you do not care to look at the care plan. It's either your way or the highway. How does that work? It doesn't work. Now, remember what I said. Disregarding the care plan is more or less creating a detention room for yourself in a police station. Because if anything happens to that individual, you will be in trouble, not your sponsor. The earlier we realize that, the better. And they will also like you to stop telling people how much you spend coming to the UK. It's not really necessary. If you tell your colleagues or whoever you're telling, are they going to give back the money you spent? They are not. So why tell them? You must learn to keep certain things to yourselves. Yes, you must. Your sponsors have also, not all of them, some of them have also complained about you guys taking advantage of the accommodation situation. Particularly when a sponsor is the one providing the accommodation for you. You are there, you don't want to leave. Why? If you're supposed to be there for a month and then you're going to get your own place yourself. Now, some sponsors even pay the deposit for you. But yet, you don't want to pay what you're ought to pay. It doesn't make sense. Now, let me tell you something you guys don't realize. When people do good to you and you abuse it, you're basically saying nobody should do good to you. That's the truth. Never take advantage of an employer or sponsor who is good to you. Never. Don't. Because it always rather does come back to bite you in the behind. In the spirit of the season, let us do right. Take nothing for granted. Do the job we have been brought here to do. All right? And so until I see you in my next video, always remember this, guys. Never you forget that no matter what the matter is, you matter so much more. Over.